my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like, to click on the notification button, and most importantly, to share to your friends and family who will be interested or might be interested in this content. God bless you. Wow, it's been a long time, a long 1 month of me coming to this channel. I'm very sorry. We've just been very busy with ministry activities, outreaches, and what have you. Anyway, today I have something important on my mind to share with you all, and I want to thank you for joining me on my authortube channel. Today I want to talk about three essentials to write successfully. Three essentials to write successfully. You know, I've been trying to write a book for the last 4 months now, which is unusual. Generally, my book writing, I give it a timeline of 3 months to write, to edit, to format, and to self-publish. And then the marketing and then sales can go all through the year. But to write, I give it 3 months space. However, this particular title of book I'm writing, let me just give you a hint on it. Boys Before Flower has taken me a lot of time and I'm still not done yet. I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling worried and bothered about it. In fact, I feel a little bit unhappy about it. And come to think of it, why? I discovered one principle which I want to chip in first before I talk about my three essentials to write successfully, which is discipline. I You heard me right. Discipline. I feel that my lack of discipline has taken a toll on me. I've written quite a number of very voluminous books, probably maybe more voluminous than the one I'm currently writing. But the difference between that and this is the subject of discipline. I have not been able to really get myself to live above the distractions around my environment and within me. So every now and then, I'm trying to just sort this out, sort that out, sort everything out, and sort everybody out until I myself and my work is not sorted out. And I feel that this is a calling for me. This is a ministry for me. I know very well, I'm convinced about it, and I am determined now to catch myself back up and to do what I have to do. And that is why discipline is a very essential tool. Three essentials to work or to write successfully. I am very certain that you will be very interested to knowing this. I've given you a background of how that if we are not careful, we can lump things out in one and then realize that we've wasted our time and we've not even gotten much done. So, in three essentials to write successfully, I am saying number one, be organized. You got to be organized. Being organized is a very important thing. If you don't have a plan, you'll be panned out. You see, you must have a plan. What do I want to do? You must set a schedule. You must have a vision, and you must set down a strategy on how to achieve it. Number two, stay encouraged in the process of writing. Writing, my friend, is a very ethic Writing is a very ethic job to do. So staying encouraged in the process of writing is very important. I remember so many times how I would write and I would have this writer's fatigue or writer's fear. What do I mean by that? Oh, is my writing good enough? Is my writing encouraging enough? Is my writing this? Is my writing that? And in fact, I get overwhelmed by it. So one of the things I like doing is I just always love at this point I pause and I'll say, is my writing making sense? And then I read what I'm writing to some few selected people. And then while in the process of reading, they will give their comments. I will also learn some things. And before you know it, I'm encouraged back to continue with the job. So stay encouraged in the process of writing. When you are discouraged, you lose inspiration. Immediately discouragement comes on you, inspiration is cut off, and then before you know, every other thing doesn't make sense anymore. Number three, do the work. You see, there is nothing more doable than actually doing the work. You see, after you've sat down to write, after you've cleared your desk, after you've taken your pen, you've taken your biro, you've done this and done that, guess what you have to do? Write. Do the work and write. Make sure you like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So there is a level of details and structure you must have in place before you start to write. I repeat, there's a level of details and structure you must have in place before you start to write. You see, creativity. Now, I want you to note this word. So it will be written boldly in the surface of the screen. It said, creativity flows best within structures. Creativity flows best within structures. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Creativity flows best within structure. You see, so the better your structure, the more creative you can be, and you will be. The better your structure, the more creative you can be. The better way you have penned down, you have put down your points, what to write, how to write it. So that means you need to make research. You see, many times when I sit down to write, I had already sketched out the skeleton of what I want to write about. I had taken my job to do the research, the biblical research, the context, the background, everything. I've done everything. I've analyzed my work. I have put my major ideas on paper, and I have tried to see how it connects to the overall book or idea I'm trying to communicate. After I've done that, I notice that it is very easy for me to be creative to sketching out the meat or the flesh of it. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So one of the best ways to stay encouraged is to have a writing mentor. That's another point which I feel you should will be written boldly on your screen so you don't forget. One of the best ways to stay encouraged is to have a writing mentor. You know, writer's fatigue is when you begin to see your work as not good enough or as not special enough. You see, because you have become too familiar with your writing. And that happens many times if you lack a writing mentor. We have mentors about so many things in life. I want to have a mentor when it comes to writing. And in fact, that is the reason why this channel is open and it's been created. It's so that I can mentor you who is interested or who are interested in starting a writing ministry or a writing career. So one of the best ways to stay encouraged, don't forget, is be organized. All right, stay encouraged in the process of your writing, and one of the ways to do that is have a mentor. A mentor you can call, a mentor you can seek advice from, a mentor you can seek commendation from, a mentor you can get encouraged by. Is very, very important. So now, as I round up, what are the common hindrances to writing? What are the common hindrances to writing as a random? Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, to like and to click on the notification button. All right, common hindrances to writing. Number one, I don't have the time. Who does? Who does? To be honest with you, I don't have the time. Everybody says it. But guess what? Only very lazy and slow people stick to that phrase, I don't have the time. Because actually, you have 24 hours. And if God can make do with 24 hours, you too can make do with 24 hours. If every successful person can make do with 24 hours, you too can make do with 24 hours. So take away that deception. Take away that pervading limitation in your mind that, oh, there's no time. There's no time. See, don't put undue and over exaggerated specialness on writing. Well, let me explain that. You can write while you are in your car. You can write while you're on the road. Thank God for your smartphone. When an idea pops in your mind, you can just stop by and type it in your notes. You can write anywhere. You see, before you now get down to put everything together, you can write anywhere. We live in a technologically advanced society where writing is possible at every time and any place. So take away that lies that you don't have the time. Number two hindrance is I don't know where to start. Start somewhere. Start somewhere. There is always the meat you could put down. Start somewhere. Number three, I don't know how to do it. That's why you need a mentor, and that's why we are coming online. So check all our videos, all my videos on writing on the playlist. Check it out, and I encourage you to go through it. And if you need further recommendations and further coaching, feel free to get in touch with me. Number four, I don't know where to start. I've talked about that. Number five, I don't feel qualified. Who does? When I started writing, I didn't feel qualified. And if you ask me, I still don't feel very qualified. That is why to me I call it a ministry, a special anointing, a special ministry because I don't have a certificate. All right, so I've not gone to any proper academic institution that is training me to write. So we all start from somewhere. You see, the thief of achieving anything is over excellency. The chief of achieving anything, of great achievement, the thief of great achievement is over excellency. If I don't get it right the first time, I won't do it at all. That is why you're still where you are. That is why you're still where you are. So and I want you to go over it and say, no, I'm just going to start somewhere. When I started this YouTube channel, I did not know how to start, but we started somewhere. We learned that we can start somewhere. So I downloaded YouTube videos, I listened to podcasts, and I'm starting somewhere. You too can start somewhere, I assure you. I don't have enough to say compared to others. I don't have enough to say compared to others. That's the point number six. I don't have enough to say compared to others. Who does? You see, who does? Start somewhere. Start with writing a tract. Start with writing a paragraph. Start with writing a story. When I started writing a tract first. Then I started with a pamphlet. All right, before I grew. So I started somewhere. So you are not competing with anyone. So take away the competitive mentality you have and just start somewhere. So you don't have to have enough to say compared to others. You just have to have enough to say to communicate what God has in store for you. Number seven, I have tried, but I get stuck and discouraged. That's why you need a mentor. And you need a support group that can read along what you've said, what you've written, and encourage you at it. Then number eight, which is the final one, I don't know anyone who can get me published. We are here. I also, listen, the publishing industry is almost like a ghost. If you don't know someone that you trust, the thing there is this, you can get duped or never published at all. That's why we're here. I've created a publishing company that can help you do all your publishing and even get you out officially. So you can contact us if you have an issue with that. So when you get stuck writing, what did you do? Let me just say that because that point number eight, number seven that says anytime I get discouraged because I get stuck writing. So I want to tell you that when you get stuck writing, do you want to know the secret to getting out of being stuck writing? Edit what you have already written. Very true. Sorry. Edit what you have already written and read through them consistently because you are likely to get more inspiration, ideas on continuing. That's the truth. So when you get stuck, remember what I said. When you get stuck writing, just stop. Don't push it further. And what you do is start reading from chapter one of the book or from the first sentence you made down to the point to the dot or the full stop. And then I am sure as you keep editing and reading through, inspiration will start coming, ideas will start coming, and things will start coming. And before you know it, ulala, inspiration is flooding back to you, and you're completing your writing. Now, I want to give a little chipping, just a little chipping, as I release you guys for today. How do I discover my message? A lot of people have asked me, your writings are unique. Your writings are unique. They are not, even though they might carry the same title, the same ideas, they are giving a different perspective than the norms. It's because my message is different. What I am asked to write might be the same title, but the perspective, the revelation there is different. So let me help you with your message. How do I know if I have a message for writing? Number one, what do I overflow with? These are questions you should ask. So I will ask you a question that you should honestly evaluate yourself through an answer. What do you overflow with? You see, something I find myself talking about passionately and frequently. What are the things I find myself talking about passionately and frequently? Number two, what topics do others respond to? So when I start talking about it, what topics, what are those topics that when others listen to me, they respond eagerly, they respond attentively, they respond curiously to what I have to say about that. That could be my message already. Point number three, what is a recurring theme or message in my life? What is that thing that you can summarize every segment and every section of my life with? What is that word? What is that theme? What is that focus? What's that topic that can be used to summarize a particular phase or period of my life? That could be a message for you. What has God impacted on you or to you? What has God impacted to you? That's another thing. Like God has impacted me with the ability to communicate truth, teaching truth, and share it among ministers and believers across. You see, speaking about practical wisdom, discipleship, work of ministry, prophetic insight and perspective. These are things that God inundated and impacted me with, and these are things that I flow out, that flows out of me. You too, you should know them. And finally, what is the next for me to share? I'm always having to have the next, the next, the next, the next. You see, as I'm sitting with you now, I have the next. I'm currently finishing up my book, Boys Before Flower, which I will encourage you to make inquiry about. I'm currently finishing that up, and yet I'm going to the next, the next, the next, the next. So watch out throughout this year. I'm intending to be held accountable for 6 to 8 books I should have been able to write and publish by the end of this year. So I want to encourage you. If this video and this short discussion on teaching has helped you, I will encourage you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the notification button, like the video, and share it. And if there are questions that you feel that you need me to answer, please comment on the comment section. God bless you.